Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a great start of the weekend. Thank you for joining me. Now I'm excited to be part of a blog hop that's happening today from Spellbinders. They're featuring some brand new cut and emboss folders over at the shop, and there is a wonderful giveaway. Details are over on my blog if you want to check it out. But this is called the Floral Reflections Cut and Emboss folder. It is super pretty, and I've did a video on these before, and I just love them. This one has little dots that will die cut out in your emboss panel. So we're going to make a card using this today. And there's different sizes too. This one will fit in an A2 size card base, but there's some that will fit a 5x7. And I'll link those below. Now I'm putting a piece of Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock in my embossing folder. I'm going to grab my platinum sticks, and using the sandwich guide that you would use for a regular embossing folder, I'm just going to run this through, easy peasy, and then it cuts and embosses at the same time. I think it's fantastic. I think it's genius. But I'm just using my tool-in-one here to poke out all the centers, and these little dots, it's hard to tell because the cardstock is white, but they're actually the center of the flowers. It's super pretty. So to color in, so you could actually see the flowers, we're going to use some Distress Oxide inks. We are going to start off by using some Spice Marmalade. I'm going to use my little detail blending tool here. If you have sponge daubers, I think that would work also. But since the same pattern is on the left as it is on the right, I'm making sure that when I color in, my colors are uniform on each side. So we're just going to shade in a few Spice Marmalade flowers. After we and right now it kind of looks like a hot mess right now. You're probably thinking, what is she doing? That's not good at all. But believe me, it's gonna get worse. But then it'll get better. That's a good thing. So I'm going over the leaves, and again I'm kind of going outside the lines completely, but I use peel paint. And then we're going to bring in some purple flowers with Dusty Concord, and then there's little polka dots all around the outline of this pattern, and I thought we would fill those in with some picked raspberry. I think these colors are perfect for spring, nice and cheery. So I'm just finishing up those little swirls. Now here's my hot mess, but there's a method behind my madness here. I'm going to take my Distress sprayer. We're going to heavily spray it with water, and what it's going to do is those oxide inks are kind of going to blend together, and it creates a really neat organic kind of a look. Here it looks super bright, but I'm going to take a towel and dab up all the excess water, and it's going to really soften my background. Now when I added the water, it did soften my embossed detail too. But after I dried it, my paper's a little warped also. To fix that, it'll help straighten my paper out, and I'm gonna put it back in my embossing folder. We're gonna run this back through our die cut machine, and then it's gonna bring those embossed details back to life, and it's gonna help flatten my paper at the same time. Super easy to do. I just lined up the little dies that were in the embossing folder back with my panel here. Okay. Once we have that done, I wanted to decorate the center of my flowers. I thought, what can we use? I didn't want to cover them up, but I wanted a little extra detail. So I have tons and tons of eyelets in my stash. So I picked out some gold ones, and I thought the eyelets would fit beautifully right inside the center of my flowers. They were the perfect size. So just using my crocodile, I'm going to add some gold eyelets to each one of my flower centers. I think this adds a nice extra texture to your panel, and if you have them, I thought you might as well use them. So once we have this done, I'm going to take my scissors and fussy cut around the border of my embossed detail. And when I did this, it created a uniform scalloped edge. It was super pretty, and I was really happy with the outcome. Now my fussy cutting wasn't smooth, but I'm going to say it's kind of going with the organic kind of feel of the card. But it was uniform, which was a great thing. So once I have the entire border cut, I think that looks very dainty. I think it looks real pretty. But I'm going to take some watermark ink, and I'm going to go around the edges of my panel. I just want a little bit around the border of my panel, kind of cleaning up my imperfections on my fussy cutting. And I'm using the corner of my ink pad to get in the corner of the scalloped areas. Once we have that done, I thought since our brads are gold, or our eyelets are gold, we're going to add a little gold border. So I'm going to add some gold embossing powder to the edge of my panel here. And using my heat gun, we're just going to melt that. I think that turned out really soft and pretty. For my sentiment, I'm using a Hello die that came in the card kit of the month for April. I'm going to die cut it out with gold cardstock and fun foam. And I just glued them both together for a little bit of dimension with my sentiment. I'm going to flip my panel over and we're going to heavily add foam tape behind it. We're going to pop this up. That way when you can see through each one of those eyelets. I'm going to remove the release paper and we're going to place this on our A2 size card base. We'll just place it right in the center and it fits beautifully. Okay, I'm going to take some glue and we'll glue down our hello right in the center. Kind of a very quick and simple card, but I think it looks like you spend a lot of time on it. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit of glitter to match my sentiment. I'm using some honey gold glitter drops from Nuvo. There's these two, the left and right flower here didn't have any center, so we'll put some little drops in the center of those, and then we'll add a few little drops here and there for a little added glittery sparkle. And that's my card for today, guys. I encourage you to join the blog hop. My goodness, if you leave a comment on each blog, there's it increases your chance of winning a $50 gift certificate to the Spellbinders shop. So that's a lot of crafty cash. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day, and links are down in the description area in case you guys are interested. But I wish you a lovely day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.